what are your thoughts on taking care of the kids, the message for the children?
My thoughts on taking care of the kids. It starts when you first conceive the baby. So long before the child gets here, that's the beginning of the process. So meaning every month when your lady go to the doctor, nigga, if you can, you ain't got to take off work and miss no money. You supposed to be there at the doctor's appointments. How you treat your woman while she pregnant. A lot of us, when our girl is pregnant, homie, we cause a lot of undue stress, whether that's arguing, whether that's fighting, some of us cheating on her. We taking that dick and got that community dick out in the community and bringing whatever bacteria home to the home pussy. Not only that, you transferring spirits, whatever hoe you've been sleeping with, whatever different broads you've been sleeping with. So you come back and insert that into your woman, and your baby is what left for the deposits. So the mood of the mother while she's pregnant determines a lot of the temperament of the child. So that's why you got a lot of crybaby kids that just cry for nothing. You got a lot of emotional needy children when they're born. It's based on what you put the mother through for those 9 months. Then when the baby get here, the baby is familiar with your voice if you've been around. So the baby can hear in the stomach. So nigga, I used to talk to the stomach with, talking to the baby through the stomach. I used to read to the belly. So I knew all that played a part, homie. So long before your kid gets here, the environment that the baby is born into has a lot to do with everything. Prenatal care, what your woman eating, the vitamins, all of that plays a part. Most of our project bitches, most of our project girls, homie, they don't get the proper kind of prenatal care when the baby is born. They ain't eating the right vitamins. Some women still drinking. You saw that with Krishan Rock now. I used to blow my baby mama charges. I hit the weed in my mouth and I blow the weed in her mouth. So both my babies is weed babies. Came out pretty intelligent. But once the baby get here, that male presence is everything, homie. That's the balance to life, having a mother and a father. So, that's why I be hard on the maps and daddies. I was a day one daddy, meaning from the time I found out she was pregnant with my baby, I've been there since the seed been planted. So yeah, I wanted to have a impression upon my children, and I just didn't want the mother to.
Charles, let me ask you, how did you take the news when you found out that you was about to have a child? Because everyone acts different.
I was happy. I was happy. Both my children were made out of love. So yeah, I was happy. I was late in my 20s. So I think I had Miho. I'm 47 now. I had Miho about 25, 26. So I had a fully developed brain. And I had a great support system. Between my mother, my sister, my female friends, my godmother, Miss Joanne. So, homie, I had a great support system. So I was very happy and proud to become a father. And once I found out it was a boy, nigga stuck his chest out a little bit. Nigga stuck his chest out a little bit. But the birth of my son is what gave me an exit. It gave me an exit out the street life. Nigga sold weed, nigga tried to do a little pimping, nigga tried to hustle. But the birth of my son gave me an entry away from wrongdoings. Because my goal was, my aspirations and my desire as a father is I just want to be here. I didn't know nothing about being a good father or a bad father. I wanted to be a present father. And I know to be present, number one, I can't go to jail. Number two, when that baby was born, I said, man, I'm willing to be a whole ass nigga for this baby. Cause to leave the streets, homie, to call the police on a nigga, to turn away from a nigga when he feel like he done you wrong. Oh man, that nigga a hoe. So I was willing for a nigga to say, oh man, that nigga Blue is a hoe. That nigga turn into a hoe. I'm willing to call the police on a nigga, homie, so I don't have to kill a nigga, so I don't have to do nothing to a nigga, so I can remain in this child's life. I was willing to jump through whatever rings of fire that I would have to jump through as a father to remain present. And that's what I did.
Let me ask you, what are your thoughts on gender reveals? Does it help the father like to know so late into the pregnancy what he's gonna have?
Yeah, I think gender reveals are good. I didn't never have a kid really wanting a boy or a girl. I just wanted a kid, whether it was a boy or a girl. And some people be disappointed because they having a girl or they having a boy. I understood and I know for a fact that just the birth of a child is a gift. So I was willing to accept the gift. But I think gender reveals are good. That way when you have the baby showers and all that other shit, you ain't buying a bunch of girl stuff. And you can prepare ahead of time on what you want to do and what you need to do. So I think gender reveals are good.
Both you and Terrance had something to prove at a young age. At what age do you feel like a kid is impressionable versus he's lost? Like he can't be saved?
Man, all children can be saved if put in the right environment. So it's kind of like all them dogs that Michael Vick had. Michael Vick had a backyard full of dogs. He had an elaborate dog fighting operation. And all these dogs was trained to fight. And then a lot of them was bred to be fighting dogs. When them white folk got his ass, they came in and scooped up all them dogs and took them out of this environment where all they do is fight, kill, and bite. And they took these dogs and put them in a new environment, which the new environment was way more nurturing. The new environment was way more nurturing, love, discipline, structure. Now all these killer fighting dogs at some point transformed and they started sending these dogs out for adoption. So it's the same with the kid. All children have young, impressionable minds. But around about, once they start reaching that adolescent age, they already have a foundation of kind of who they are. So if you don't remove them out of the environment, they become lost. They get lost in the environment. So what ends up happening is you put them in a new environment and you change the belief system. But by the time a kid get 13, 14, 15, you almost halfway too late if you can't take them out the environment. So that young and impressionable mind, homie, it's easy to influence. It's easy to influence. But boy, you put them in the right kind of environment and you have to tear down that belief system that they done developed. Most psychologists believe you are who you are by the time you're 5 based on your temperament, based on your 0 to 5, that nurture stage, that 0 to 5. So it's a lot of kids, homie, at 14, 15, 16, 17, based on what they seen, what they was taught, and how they was raised and where they was raised, from 0 to 5 is kind of their foundation of who they are.